Okay, for this video, we're going to be adding the hair with different colors. Now you should have 6 portraits with no hair yet, so that we can have all 6 colors of the rainbow. However, it's up to you whether or not you want these to be in rainbow color order. That doesn't really make a difference. We're going to start with the 3 primary colors. These are the 3 most important colors to an artist because these 3 colors make all the other colors, if you know the right way to mix them. We're going to start with yellow. Our 3 primary are red, yellow, and blue. You might remember from the videos that you should have watched earlier. I'm going to start with yellow because I find that yellow, since it's the lightest color, if I don't use it first, sometimes my other colors will mix into it, and I don't want that to happen. So for painting, you're going to need some water, a paper towel or something to wipe your brush off to clean it off really good when you're doing a color switch, and some paints. You only need 3 colors of paints, even though we're going to have 6 colors on our project, because some of those we're going to be mixing and making our own. You can use this kind of paint that pours out of a bottle, or you can use watercolor paint like this. Okay. However, if you're using watercolor paint, I don't want you to cheat. You can only use the red, the yellow, and the blue on your watercolor. I don't want you using the secondary color orange, green, and purple because I want you to be able to make those colors by yourself. All right, let's go ahead and get started with yellow. So you will stir up your brush into some yellow, and then choose any person, any portrait on your project to add some yellow hair. And this is the part where you can be kind of silly and creative and make the hairdo however you want. I'm going to do long, long hair for the yellow. And try to color it in, or I'm sorry, paint it in nice and neat like an artist. And again, don't worry if your paints don't look exactly like mine. Just use whatever paint you happen to have at your house. And you can use friends or family members as inspiration for hairdo ideas. You can make hairdos from people that you actually know, or you can just make them up. Okay, but I only want you to do one with the yellow. Okay, when you're done with one yellow hair person, then I want you to make sure you wash your brush off really good. So that's what that water comes in handy for, but that's only half of the job. The other part is you really need to wipe it off on that paper towel, okay? So we can get the rest of the paint off. All right, now we need to add the other 2 primary colors. So we have one that's yellow. Now I want you to choose one to have red hair and one to have blue hair. So I'm going to start with red first. Okay, and then I'm going to rinse off my brush really good, wipe it off, and then I'm going to start my blue. So I have 1 yellow, 1 red, and 1 blue with any hairstyle that I want. Okay. Maybe a little bit more hair there. Okie dokie. All right, and then I'll rinse up my brush and I'll wipe it off. Okay, now we want to make our own secondary colors. Those are the colors that you get when you mix 2 primary colors together. So I'm going to move these primary hairs out of the way. Okay, Now, for this, you're going to need some kind of plate or bowl to mix your colors on, okay? Because remember, even if you have all of the colors, I don't want you to use pre-made colors. I want you to use ones that you actually mix, okay? And some of you might have colors that you can just pour out onto your plate. If that's the case, then you can just shake up your paints and you can mix these kind of paints are fine. Yellow, red, blue. Okay, all right, and I'll go ahead and show you if you have these paints as well. So let's start first with making a secondary color out of red and yellow. If we mix red and yellow together, it should make a new color. And you might remember what color that is from the videos, or you might have forgotten. That's okay, because we're gonna mix them ourselves. So to do that, I need to get a bunch of yellow ready. And I don't want to get this yellow all mixed up and icky on my paints, because this is a new paint for me. So I'm gonna add some yellow to my plate right here. Let me mix some more water into it so I have a little bit more yellow. And I'm going to wash off my brush and now get some red and mix some red in there. And if I stir it up really good, I should get an orange. Orange is a secondary color. If your orange looks a little bit too red, then add some more yellow. If your orange looks a little too yellow, then just add more red. Once you get an orange that you like, then you're going to use that color and choose a portrait to have some orange hair. Perfect. All right, once you're done with orange, now we're going to make another secondary color. This time we're going to see what happens if we mix yellow and blue together instead of yellow and red. So, same thing. I'm going to get some yellow. Here, rinse off my brush, and get some blue. Ooh, it should make some kind of green. All right, so choose a person on your paper and add some green here. Perfect. All right, once you're done with that, we should still have one portrait with no hair, and we do not want that one to be left bald. We have one more secondary color that we need to make. For that, we're going to be mixing the color blue with the color red. All right, blue and red. So I'm going to get some red on my plate, rinse off my brush, and get some blue. If you mix red and blue, you should get a purple. So with your purple, you can go ahead and add some purple hair. Or violet. You can call it purple or violet. Either one is fine. All right, the end. At this point, you should have 6 portraits. Remember, a portrait is a picture of a person, and you should have 6 different color hairs. 3 that are primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, and 3 that are the secondary colors, orange, green, and violet, or purple. All right, after you're done with these, once they dry, sometimes I like to add extra kind of things to them. You can paint over a second layer like I did with this one, so I have some dark blue lines in there. You can add a hat if you want to cut out another magazine paper and glue some hats. Sometimes it's cool to draw bows or flowers in the girl's hair, or maybe you could create a background that would show where these people are hanging out at. Okay, I hope you had fun.